rice. If you're in my position, this is most of your diet right now. Now, when you're making rice, the first thing you need to focus on is the amount. If you want at least 4 meals out of it, you're going to need roughly 1.5 cups. And if you don't own measuring cups, well, unfortunately, there's really nothing I can do for you. At that point, you've screwed up your life to a point where there is no helping you. At that point, you just pray for the heat death of the universe. Luckily, for those of you that still have enough competency to have both cups, a pot, water, rice, you have at least a little bit of hope. Now, one thing most people won't tell you is the fact that you need to either be using a brown or an enriched rice, purely based on the fact that what scant money you have to spend on nutrients must stretch as far as humanly possible. And in an enriched variety of rice, you have the ease of cooking and time benefit without losing any of the wonderful B vitamins or dietary fiber that you find in a brown rice. Now, in my hand is a liquid measuring cup. It's like a regular measuring cup, but for liquids. And I do warn you, if you don't have it, there will be issues with the functionality of the final product. Namely the fact that a regular dry goods measuring cup contains less than a liquid measuring cup. So if you don't want crunchy rice, I'm afraid you're going to have to invest in one of these. It's not a pleasant thing to spend money on because you can neither eat it nor does it heat your home, but you're doing your best, and this is part of it. Now, another factor of making good rice is the fact that you can also add things to it. For me, in the name of preservation, I like to add a slice of lime, purely based on the fact that the heavy citric acid functions as a preservative. And given the fact I'm probably going to forget about this in the fridge at some point, while I eat my 5th Tostitos pizza, this will make sure that it lasts long enough that I can actually enjoy it. Following that, if you use the tablespoon of butter that the recipe recommends on the back of the bag, it also helps make sure that your rice is fluffier and sticks together a little bit more. And yes, I do keep my lime pre-sliced. I know who I am. Can you say the same? And there is the last little bit of butter I've been saving in my butter tray for just such an occasion. And now we cook. Once it's on your burner, you just want to get it up to a boil. A real simple boil. Anyone can do it. At which point you just stir. You stir while blankly staring into it, wondering if there's really any meaning behind the struggles that you're going through, and if you ever are going to escape the pit of self that you found yourself in. Naturally, the answer is of course no, but on the bright side, you'll have rice soon, and sometimes that's really all that matters. Yep, you just keep stirring it until you get to the next phase. The next phase can be marked by the fact that it's more of a marsh rather than a sea. You see that there's enough water that if you stir it, it doesn't quite slosh around as much, but as you stir, as we can see here, you can tell that there's still enough water in it that you wouldn't want to eat it directly. So at this point, you've now reached the steaming stage. The steaming stage, naturally, is where you simply put the lid on it, take it off the heat, or lower the heat to a light simmer, and you simply wait. Because unfortunately, this is what separates those eating fluffy rice from those eating crunchy rice. Once the lid's on, you simply wait. And, lo and behold, once it's off, you see that you now have your 4 meals worth of rice to sustain you for the next week, as you try to figure out if this hell will ever end. Alright, I thank you all for your time and wish you luck. Good day to you all, and enjoy your rice.